has been 11,000 years since the kingdom of Adora was cast into the astral sea, along with the invading demon god Deimos. The last king of Adora, Gnarl Denstra, the elven god king Xandril Mishinel, and the necromancer Avigard fought and stopped the impending doom of the eternal darkness from coming forth, but were lost to the world when they too were cast into the astral sea. Now, the land of Redigan is split into 4 kingdoms. Adashmira is the Elven Kingdom, where 10,000 years ago they called the elves back into their forest to lock it away. Most heeded the call, but some believed that they should not segregate and stayed in the world.
The Round Top Rainforest, where many other races call home, is now a kingdom under the direction of the druids who reside there. They left their borders open, but all know that if you enter and do not respect the forest, your life will be forfeit.
The Dwarven Kingdom of Gratispar called the dwarves back to their homes, closing and locking the doors of their vast mountain kingdom, and they have not opened them yet.
Finally, the Kingdom of Remedigan, known as the Kingdom of the Humans, left its borders open and welcomed anyone who sought refuge. It thrived, not from isolation, but a joining of all races under one idea: peace. 100 years ago, Odura returned. With it, the High General Martin Firewell and King Xandro Mishinel, and there has been a fragile peace between all kingdoms. Until now. Hi, everybody. We were talking about time and things being weird, and it is what it is.
It's a weird soup.
It's a weird soup and a Wembley circle and other nerdy things. A diatribe talks for 10 more seconds and then says, "Doc!"
Time is not a line. Time is a circle. That's why clocks are around. Sit back and relax as I take you out of your reality and into my nightmare's dream world. Welcome to the Bros and Dragons podcast. See, I even put pause here. I'm your Dungeon Master and host, Daniel Doc Gentry, and with me is the Guardian herself. Long live the Waffle Hut. Playing Stroop Waffle as always is Stroop Dog, aka Hannah.
Sorry, my boyfriend calls me that now.
I know.
Yeah, long live the Waffle Hut. I wish that I could cook as well as Stroop. Because my food tastes gross today. Yeah. That's all.
Champion of Chaos. Long may it rain. Playing Miranda / Montera is Lissa.
Boom, bitches, let chaos reign!
The Impossible Sorcerer, playing Taste on Firewall, is our very own Nerdworks.
I'm so happy because I make it a point to not actually think about what to say until it's my turn to say it, because I forget about this each week. And Hannah just did it for me because she said that she wished she could be as good as a cook as Stroop. Well, Hannah, I'll tell you what, if you want to check out some of the streams this week, I have so many ways I'm going to be able to help you. It's ridiculous at such a convenient price point. It's fun. Anyway, but that's going to be good stuff.
Last time on the Bros and Dragons podcast, Tayson asked for more allowance. Stroop tells the tale of the plants of Liam with the assistance of Tayson, prestidigitation, and Miranda's being a hype woman. Whoop, whoop. When they emerged from dinner, they found the castle under attack, and everyone joined in to help except Ambassador Morrican and her staff. The crew of the God Killer going one way, the Queen, Herrick, and Rendith goes another, as our friends fight the demons in the courtyard. Ava shared her secret, being a twin soul of Ava and the Angel of Vengeance of Holzmir. Tayson let Ava and the friends know about his new tenant, and Ava tried to remove it. She ran away, exclaiming that Vengeance wanted to kill Tayson to destroy the demon, and she was finding it hard to control it. The Queen was told about one of their plans to die and go to the abyss, as well as Tayson being in a pact of some kind. Shall we call it an accidental warlock? Maybe. Tayson is told that he cannot be part of any planning or defense plans while the demon is in him. This is where we ended in Tayson's room. Let us adventure on.
Doc. I swear to God, if we get accidental warlock another time around me,
I'm
this
not
would
saying-
be time number 4.
I'm not saying I did it on purpose. I will say that there is one particular episode out there where very clearly Mike says, "How does one accidentally warlock?"
Mike says this. Tayson doesn't understand. Mike is not going to accidentally warlock. Mike will story play into becoming a warlock, and it will be an accident.
Look, though, the fact that this is a running theme with games I am in
It's D&D,
is
baby.
concerning.
Everybody
you
wants...
guys-
Yeah, go ahead.
We faded off from you guys talking in the room as we returned back to that moment when you guys were just talking about nothing, as you seem to do.
So,
Is there anything important you wanted to say, or go ahead?
I feel like, Okay, so I might have been a little bit short-sighted. I'm seeing that now. Based on, like, a collection of everybody being some version of disappointed or mad at me. Also, it sounds like we don't get to go to... Well, I don't get to go to war meetings because maybe that information is going to be spread. But I don't know. Maybe you two can, but then you couldn't tell me about what you learned because that would kind of like ruin the point of me not going. I mean, I guess you could go and then you could lie to me. And
Well, I definitely think that I should probably make an appearance just because, got to keep everybody updated on the Guardian situation.
yeah.
And then maybe I just only tell you the stuff that's relevant to us that's, hey, we're going here. And don't tell you why or how or when.
Maybe not even the where, like I put it at your discretion, but I just don't want to.
We might just be better off not telling him anything other than, come on, Tayson.
I mean, that's fine. I'll be if the situation is what it is, I'm not really in a bargaining position here since the last time that I made a bargain. I didn't even know that I did it, and then I got yelled at and disappointed in. And then they tried to, break the deal, and it laughed at it.
It happens to the best of us.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you're up for some random adventures, we'll try not to put you in harm's way too much.
I'm gonna just, frankly, I'm just gonna kind of treat this like the effing brewery trips, except for with more angry things on the road. But yeah, other than
That's a
that,
good way to look at it, Tayson, yes.
Cool. Well, I'll tell you what. It's been a day. I'm gonna go to sleep. 'Cause, well, demons attacked. That was pretty bad. And then, there was worse after that. But, it's been a day. It's been eventful. I'm done. I think I'm done. Honestly, I'm just done.
Yeah, that's fair. I need a good sleep. Yeah, I got hit pretty hard, so.
I still would like a nice Epsom salt bath after that.
Okay.
Almost dying. It doesn't do the soul good.
Sure. I mean, doors open. Just walk out, walk back in when you're done. All that good stuff. I'm gonna go lay on the floor for what is hopefully the final time. But they might be a little bit distracted. So maybe not a custom bed tomorrow. But, soonish, maybe. You know what? I bet you that it'll definitely be here if we beat Deimos. Like, it'll definitely be waiting when we come back.
There are 2 cots and your big bed in this room still. Just letting you know. The cots are folded up in the corner.
I stand by my previous statement. I've done bad today. I am not going to be comfortable in a bed. So, floor.
Okay. Miranda, you gather your stuff and start heading to the showers. Um, you have to walk in the castle or the bath. You have to walk in the castle to get to the room where the baths are. You're gonna on the way pass a large room, and you hear a man crying out. They came out of nowhere. I couldn't stop them. What hope is there? And another man is, you had no way to know. Please lay back so we can continue to treat your wounds. As another woman yells out, no, don't use magic. Magic is what brought this on us. We need to repent. As well as others crying and moaning on different levels in the room of this castle.
Let me see what I've got currently. That I can. Before she actually goes to get her bath, she'll step in and assist real quick with
And
anyone who
there's a
needs
couple of
healing.
members. There's a couple of members from the Shrine of the Five that is here, as well as a few people you don't recognize, but the armor they're wearing is the Dawn Knight armor. One very stout man. He's a little bit shorter than you, but he is a brick. And another man, and they seem to be going around. The woman that was yelling, you see her, she stood up, and the one man's like, he says as you open the door, oh, no magic. No magic. I also am a trained physician. It's fine. Can I take a look? And you see she's got an open wound on her side, and it's looking like it has a slight infection in it. There's a lot of. This is not the highest echelon of care, but it is one of the higher echelons of care. They seem to have triaged people and put them together to be treated.
She goes to the nearest person. What can I do to help?
Um, the first person you go to, you say, what can I do to help? And they look awake. You can see them breathing, but they are looking straight at the ceiling and not moving.
Goes to one of the physicians.
One of the there's nurses in here as well, and one of the nurses walks over and goes, no, he's traumatized. We have to make sure he's drinking water, and we're feeding him as best we can. I don't know what we can do. Magic has done as much as it can here. We're not depleted, of course, and you're more than welcome to help, but some people are touchy about magic now.
I can understand that, but it's not magic that was the issue here. Demons are their own thing.
I can't help you. It's rumors and things that are spreading, the veil being thin, portals and openings, the reason that demons can come here.
Think I'm glad she's in Miranda form right now. uh, just a thought. Um, she goes around and helps any of the physicians that need assistance before going to do self-care for herself.
Mhm. It's a little taxing, but you do help out. You care for a few people. As you leave, you notice the guy when you came in, he hasn't moved. The guy they told you is comatose. Um, and you start heading out. And I wonder in that moment how much you think of all the stuff you went through. And you don't know that man's life. But he basically had a trauma so bad that left his body in shock that he doesn't even move.
Before she leaves, she's going to cast guidance on this guy. Um, hopefully he can pass whatever con save or whatever it is he has to do to get out of and I am being called. So yeah, she's gonna go do self-care
Yeah.
now.
And you go to take your bath. Jason, you set up on the floor.
Yes, sir.
You pull out the magic basketball of stoppy, crazy spellies.
I'd like to think it more of like a pet rock that just happens to be like very spherically shaped. But yeah,
Do you call it anything?
talk to me in the morning.
Okay. Stroop, what are you doing?
Stroop is gonna look through the Guardian book, flip through a few pages, just kind of, keep up on the names that may be appearing or disappearing, or, you know, try to get familiar with her employees.
As you flip to the back of the book, you notice that you've read it a few times, and now the knowledge is just in you when it comes to the book. But as you flip through, you notice there's a couple of new pages right before the names. But you want to see the names, so you go to the names, and you see a bunch of them in black now, which you know because you handed out assignments. A bunch of them in gray, but now you notice that the black list has a few less people in it.
That's not fun. I don't want that. I don't like the implication that has. All right, looks like we're gonna have to call a meeting and maybe go over some self-defense tonight. Ooh, that's gonna be a hard one. Hey, Tayson?
Eh?
Hey, I need you to tell me everything's gonna be okay.
Oh.
Even if it's a lie, I need you to tell me that everything's gonna be okay.
Ooh. I'll tell you what. What's everything?
We're gonna be okay,
Uh-huh.
and the world is gonna be okay.
Okay.
Everything's gonna be all right.
For how long?
At least until the morning.
Oh. Okay. All right. I don't feel good lying to you. So everything is going to be okay. And if it's not okay, we probably won't see it coming, so we won't be actually awake for it. So we're not going to actually have to deal with the not being okay. If it's not okay, it's not going to be our problem. So you should just plan on everything being okay.
We're gonna have to work on that.
Oh, okay. What's wrong?
You know, I feel like the same thing is happening to the potential guardians in waiting that happened to all the other guardians. I'm nervous that might be happening again because the names are disappearing.
Hold on. Didn't all the potential guardians and the guardian went to the forest to help stop something from happening, right?
Yeah, and then they all got they're not here with us anymore, so now we got some new ones, and now some of those names are going away.
Well, have you sent them anywhere?
I'm sure I have. I mean, everybody has an assignment. Not everybody, but
Well, no. Okay, you're not taking over a business. This is your business, right? So, did you send them anywhere?
Doc, the names that no, okay. No, those
You,
I didn't send it.
you've given assignments as in, from being the guardian and what I sent you, it might be overwhelming that. You have the silent guardians. They didn't go anywhere, so you didn't have to reassign there. There are 3 guardians at the Testilla tree. You don't have to reassign. They're still there. But guardians have areas in which they are guardians. And so Remedigan Forest upper is going to be one, lower is going to be another. You know that the Soul Forge needs a guardian. You do know, and you don't know why you know, there's a small forest called the Vale above the round-capped rainforest, right below Hardell and between the two. Guardians don't go there. That forest takes care of itself, and that's really all you know about it.
Is there any distinction of the names like that aren't there anymore? Do I like recognize like would I know those like on a personal
You,
level?
you know them because one meeting you introduce and everybody introduced, and that's really all you have.
Okay. So we had our first class,
Okay.
and then some of them aren't there anymore. Like they dropped the class, but probably in a more uh, terrible way.
Okay. Well, um, I promise at the end I'll make it better. I promise. But first, um, they either quit, resigned, or were retired because of the war, like everywhere, and also like from other planes and stuff. So they either did something else because they wanted to, um, or because they didn't have a choice in it. The point is, did you tell anybody to go to a certain area and all of them are disappearing? Or is this just, I mean, no offense, but part of the job when it's not peaceful?
I think the latter is probably the issue. So do you think? I mean, it'd probably be a good idea to have a meeting and maybe go over some of like the basic self-protection stuff. Is that? I don't know. I don't want the same thing to happen.
Well, how does somebody become a potential guardian or a guardian in waiting?
You're just assigned to it. Like,
Okay.
yeah.
Could you have quit if you want to?
No. No.
Well, why were you picked then?
I have no idea. I don't know how we got here.
But you were capable of defending yourself a decent bit before. Like,
I
I've
mean,
seen
I
you
was a cook.
before.
Yeah, I was a cook at the Waffle Hut. I know how to swat things,
I mean,
yell at people.
I mean, you carry a sword. Did you buy the sword because you got assigned the job, or did you have the sword because you could use it?
I think I bought that when I met you guys.
Okay. Well, point is, I think the people that get chosen have kind of an inkling of what's going on, and if they don't, they do have an inkling of what's going on around them regardless. You found out, and even if it wasn't something you wanted to do, you prepared yourself for it. And, if you're in a position where you can give them some guidance and some encouraging words and some instruction, or even just a reality check, I think I can't tell you in good conscience that everything is going to be okay for us, because I don't know, and I'm not a good liar. I think that you could tell all of them whatever you need to tell them and whatever they need to hear, because you're a better liar than I am.
I think you're right. I think I think I could lead them in a better, like, try and get a better understanding of what their needs are, and prepare them a little bit better in hopes that you know things are gonna be okay.
Okay. Do you want to have another tough conversation now, or do you want to wait until you've had the tough conversation with all of your employees? Contractors? I don't know how it works.
Mm, I don't know. I'm gonna call them employees for now.
Okay.
But yeah, let's just knock it out.
Okay.
Miranda's having her bath, so we'll do our thing.
Yeah, I didn't. That's part of why I wanted to bring it. I didn't want to bring it up in public and put you on the spot, or like tell Miranda to like leave, because then she would ask questions right after, and that would be awkward for all of us and not just her.
Get out. We
Yeah,
don't want.
I know. All right. Hey, how come you didn't tell me about talking to the master?
You mean the teacher?
Yeah.
That's a good question. It was a lapse in judgment on my part. I wanted to gather as much information as I could before I brought it to the table to you, and unfortunately, it just didn't happen that way.
Okay.
But I'm nervous about him as well. Did you know he was a lich?
No?
Yeah, he's a lich.
Okay.
He wants to be reinstated as part of the Guardians, and
Okay.
that's why when y'all were like, "Oh, we are gods and demigods or whatever," and he had told me like, "I don't like them. I don't want the gods to be around," and I was like, "Whoop, whoop, Stroop, you dropped the ball there."
Okay.
So that was my bad.
Okay. I'm not you. I'm not in charge. I'm not gonna tell you how to operate or anything. Because frankly, it's been the way that you have done things has helped keep us alive, and that by itself is a miracle. So why mess up a good soup by adding an ingredient that doesn't belong, right? That said, if you had told me, I wouldn't have held it against you, and it would have meant that we knew more then instead of knowing it now. I didn't realize that I did something stupid, and now it kind of puts a lot of complication into everything. And I didn't know. But if I had known, I would have said something. And I'm not going to fault your judgment. I'm just going to ask that in the future if you could, if it's something that in particular is relevant to any of us at the time, at a previous time, potentially will be relevant at a time. I would rather hear about it now than not. But after like war and stuff is done, like at that point, if you just want to ignorance is bliss me, I will take those kid gloves and I will wear them. And I know that's something where you're supposed to wear them, so you can handle me softer. But like I would wear those gloves. I would wear them. I would make a blanket out of those gloves, and I would lay in it, and I would be comfortable, and it would be fine. But until then, I don't think we can kid gloves anything. I think it all kind of has to be out there, unless it's something that is particularly important to the war effort, because now you can't tell me that, because I don't think I can be trusted, because there's something that's living inside of me or dwelling inside of me, waiting inside. I don't know, but there's something there that might take relevant information and abscond with it in a way that gets lots of people killed that otherwise wouldn't. Hey, everything I said for the last like 4 minutes or so, if you just want to ignore it, because I just realized how complicated my situation is, and I can't tell you to be honest with me, because if you're honest with me, that might. Okay, I'm gonna go to sleep.
Fine, Tay-san. I think in the future, because you know me, I don't keep secrets that much. I think in the future, maybe until this guy gets out of your head, maybe I'll make sure that I tell Miranda things, and if she thinks that it's relevant and won't hurt the war effort, war be declared, that then we'll bring it to you. But you know, for now, I don't really know what to do about this guy. I mean, obviously, I have to tell him no. I can't reinstate you as a guardian.
Why?
Because he wants to go against all the gods, and some of the gods are good guys, and I don't want to have to kill him later. Like, seems like adding piles to the problem.
Okay, hey, insight from outside perspective that isn't completely unbiased. I can actually help here. Based on what you said, I don't think he likes the gods like interfering more than like existing. And I don't know if there is a god or a historical point of a god interfering with mortal affairs more than a demon god who is trying to come back and like wreck the world, all of it. So I mean, maybe that would be helpful. As long
I thought,
as, yeah, as long as, he doesn't want to like go all uh all rogue, but
but then isn't the queen leader lady of the elvish people, isn't she like a demigod or a goddess?
I mean,
I feel like, ruling over a bunch of people is probably a little bit of interference,
here's my thing. There's no harm in asking. You know how you have the "where do you see yourself in 5 years" question that you can ask people that you're trying to employ? You can ask the "where do you see yourself in 5 years after this war with the demon god who's trying to come back?" And just kind of press it off of that. If his answer is, "Oh, I see only the people of Remedigan being alive because that's what I've decided," that's a bad plan because there's a lot of other people. But if his plan is to fix the forest and stop Deimos and, be able to pass on because he's a lich, but he's got unfinished business. I don't really understand how liches work. I'm sorry.
I feel like the forest part isn't his main priority. I feel like that's a me priority.
Okay.
But I'm also concerned, like, what if there are other rulers that are more demigod or god that I don't really know about? Because, it's kind of personal information that I don't, just go around asking everybody. So
Okay.
that's what I worry about.
Okay. So then last bit. And this is and I think this is, again, you should still have him for an interview or at least a conversation. He got fired once, right?
Yeah, pretty horribly. He did a bad thing. The Dark Forest, Black Forest, that's his fault.
So keep an eye on him, and if he does something bad or if he's about to do something bad, fire him again.
I don't know if it's that simple, but I will find out if it is.
It happened.
That would solve a lot of problems.
All I know is it's possible, and I don't know if in your employee handbook there, if it's a thing that you can actually like just do, or what. But I don't know. Have a conference meeting and then figure it out. But
Yeah, that's a great idea.
I think it's your call. I mean, I'll tell you what. If you want to have another powwow like this, I don't think I'm gonna have any other mean questions for you. So, the next time it'll be more pleasant, and you can even just come back with, "Hey, I talked with everybody, and it was okay," because everything is gonna be okay. See, I told you it would be better at the end.
I love that she went to take a bite. She didn't get the bite. She took the whole thing, and then you stopped talking.
Yep.
Mint is supposed to help with nausea. So I have dark chocolate mints. Anyway, yeah. I think that those are some good points to go off of, and I can go from there, do some research on how easy it is to fire somebody from being a guardian and or kill a lich. And then yeah, maybe ask him what his 5-year plan is, and talk to the guardians in waiting and say, "Hey, how can I assist you guys at being the guardian?" Ugh, God, there was a hair. Yeah, so I think that's good. I think we got some good talks, and then we'll make sure that I discuss anything with Marinda first, and then we'll bring it to you if needed.
Okay. Sounds like you have a plan and a full itinerary. I'm just gonna hold Globy, and I'm going to go to sleep.
All right, I am also going to go to sleep. I'm going to go wash my face first, because I've slept in this makeup twice now.
You
Are you saying that Stroop puts on makeup every day when we're going out to battle demons?
Absolutely. Yes.
you gotta look good.
You gotta look good. You gotta stand out. And look good, feel good.
I'm so frustrated. I'm sorry, Doc. I can't. We're gonna miss an entire week, and this is what I'm gonna waste time on. What is Druid happy in the woods, resides in a kitchen? What is your makeup? I need to know this. It's important. I don't
This
know
could
it.
be this could be a Q&A. We don't need it here. Write it down.
Everybody subscribe to our Patreons, and you can find out the makeup routine. Anyway, keep going.
Strip, you get your stuff to go to the bathrooms, and as you do, Posh is at the door. And he goes, you go to open the door, and he says, in battles and war, and what everybody, at least my kin, are trained to do, you lose people, gain people. Battles are won and lost. Hope. Hope that the next day is going to be there. Hope that you're going to survive. Hope that you do the right thing. But in all the battles and all the training, and even the people that I've lost in my time with the God Warriors, I could tell you, Stroop, everything's going to be okay.
Thanks, Posh. I needed to hear that. I give him a slap on the wrist because that's as far high as I can reach. And my man.
You head off to wash your face. After a while, Miranda and Stroop will return to the room, hopefully. And you all go to sleep.
No, we're totally going on an adventure around the castle after we just got our asses beat by demons.
Want to see if the bars are open?
They are.
You
The bars are kind of like Waffle House. If they're down, everything has gone to shit.
Waffle Hut.
Well, no, actual Waffle House. The
Yeah,
Waffle Hut.
If the Waffle Hut
Yeah.
is closed, everything's.
Oh,
it's
got it.
Waffle
So
Hut.
that is the only similarity that they have
Yeah.
in the real world and in this one that you've created.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
Okay, cool. I love that there's the Waffle Hut indicator in Remedigan.
Mm-hmm.
But only the people in Rangio know, because there's only a handful of
Sure.
Waffle Huts in the world, and 2 of them are here.
Sure.
Group, do you want to call a meeting tonight, or is this just nap time?
I'm not going to call a meeting, but I would like to hop into my office and do research on the items that I wanted to do research on. One being, how easy is it to banish a guardian? Or like look into my brain memories to see how the teacher was,
Okay. You end up in your office that has way more books, way more organized now. As you look across the books and how they're categorized, that's pretty much how you would have organized it. You would have put all these books here, all these books here. You start looking through paperwork of old, as now there's a book on the desk as this was on your thoughts, and you start rolling through and you find it. The council meeting notes from the exile of Heston Hoversheen. You find that the Council of Guardians, who is all the Guardians minus the Silent Guardians, meet, and a person that's being ejected has a chance to defend themselves on what they did, and they talk about it. In the end, it takes well, I don't know how much you know about this. It's not simple majority. You have to have 75% of the Guardians agree to exile somebody. You, as a Guardian, don't run like a business. It's right now, it really is where you have to assign, that just because these things are popping in your head. You need somebody here, you need somebody here, you need somebody here.
I'm just going to point out that because there are so few Guardians, a 75% majority is not that difficult to get now.
The and as you look into it, you have these notes in front of you from Heston as you're going through them. He doesn't defend himself in this. He had no defense. He even said he didn't. He said he messed up. He took full responsibility from it, but the exile still happened. You look through some other documentations and you find through this that only in the entire history of Guardians, only 5 have been exiled. All the other ones, you could see their defense was what they were doing was for the Force, what they were doing is for Mother Earth. One of them actually tried to exterminate all sentient life in his forest because he thought that they were killing the forest. And most of them are these extremes. Like I said, the difference out of the 5 is Heston accepted his punishment originally, at least. Talking to him, you think he holds some bearing. Something's there. It's not in the notes. He took responsibility, understood the exile. He even said he was in there in the notes. He's gonna do everything that he can with the magic and knowledge that he had to correct his mistake, even if it wasn't with the Guardians. Outside of that, you see that the Guardians usually work together. Your job is to triage, as Prue did. Prue called all the Guardians except for the ones that she couldn't to the Dark Forest, but she also told you that what you were doing seemed important, and there really wasn't a lot you could do until your training went further, which is why you weren't there. It's a little overwhelming, but you have to take 100% responsibility, but you don't get to make 100% of the decisions. As long as the world is protected, and you realize the sentient life doesn't need to be protected, even though that is on the idea of the Guardian themselves. But like you found one where they were punished for trying to pretty much kill any sentient life, like trying to stop them from coming in the forest.
Okay.
Um,
I take that in, and I have an idea of something that I want to do. Um, in the main hall, like the main meeting area,
okay.
is there a chalkboard or like a big place to write stuff?
There wasn't that you remember, but if you walk out there, there will be one now.
Great. I create that with my brain. Um, and I'm just gonna like write a note on the chalkboard because like I came to the meeting room as a guardian and waiting, just like happenstance every once in a while. Um, so I just want to like write on the chalkboard, um, like jobs available and put like um the different places that need guardians to be at. And people can like sign up if they're interested, and that way I can meet with them and
There you
maybe
go.
discuss that. Um, and then, oh, there was something else I wanted to write on there. Oh, on the other side, I wanted to write something about suggestions on how I can help make you feel more prepared, or something like along those lines. And that way, people can just come and write it, and it doesn't have to be like singling them out in a classroom or anything like that.
Okay. Yeah, easy enough. I lost the next guy. Hi, chair. Um, can you roll a wisdom save?
If high
I,
chairs were able to roll a wisdom save, they wouldn't get messy from babies.
I was like, who's high chair?
First off, high chairs don't get messy from babies. All you have to do is dunk them in a pool of some kind and they clean themselves.
I just imagine someone who has like a toddler just with a backyard with an above ground pool with like 3 high chairs just soaking.
That seems expensive.
No, they're made to be clean like that. You'll be all right.
No, I meant the 3 high chairs. Coach said chair gets a 13.
I can't let chair determine this.
Hey, since we have
On this note, we're
on this
looking for a producer.
I didn't bring my dice to the table. I'm gonna go get those.
All right.
Probably a good idea. Usually a good idea.
I don't know why. Oh. Like I was saying, we're looking for a producer, somebody who can run the streams while we're playing Bros and Dragons. All you need is a really good internet connection. We'll send you the rest. Or you'll run our streams for us and talk to the audience while we're playing the game. I think it's important.
I apologize. That was a work issue.
It's okay. I wanted your chair to roll a wisdom save, but then Posh said the chair rolled a 13, and I decided I'm going to wait for Mike to roll his wisdom save.
I mean, you don't know what the chair's wisdom score is. A 13 is probably pretty good. It's not a natural 20.
You got a natural 20?
I did.
You do not remember anything that happened in your sleep, sir.
Fair enough.
As you wake up the next morning, Miranda, it's kind of agitating. First, Zalrin wouldn't shut up in your dreams. Now he's nowhere to be seen.
Wait, all I had was a bitching god in my ear in my dreams.
He wasn't even in your dreams.
I heard in my bed come out of your mouth, and then it quickly adjust. You know what? Never mind. You know what? I'm gonna stop distract. I'm just gonna. You know what? You do you.
So what was he bitching at me about?
No, he wasn't mad in your dreams. I'm saying it was a while where you were having dreams almost every other night, and he was annoying you in your dreams. And now that all this stuff's happening, it's another night without a dream. But you all wake up. What do you want to do?
Can you two... Oh, boy. Can you two go and see if it's okay for me to come out of timeout, or if I need to just kind of stay here until I'm not grounded anymore?
Yeah, why don't we go get breakfast and check the vibe, and we'll bring you back some egg broth.
Yeah.
And how do you feel about chives this morning?
You know
Feeling
what?
good on chives?
Honestly, I feel like I'm not in a position to tell anybody not to anything. So,
We'll put chives on the side.
I'll tell you what. If you put it on the side, I won't do it. If you put it on it, I'll do it. And then if it doesn't agree with me, I'll just let you know that it doesn't agree with me. So it'll be a body tolerance thing instead of oh no thank you thing.
Perfect. Yeah, that sounds like a great plan.
Great.
Yeah, we'll check the vibe, get you some chives, and we'll
Put some soup underneath the chives, but yeah, that sounds good.
yeah. No, just a bowl of chives for breakfast. That's all.
That's all you get.
Okay, fair enough.
You two leave the room?
Yep, we go and do a vibe check on the room.
You head out into the castle, and as I've said, it goes down, turns right, and then you're at the front where people come up into the castle. Even before you get there, you hear a familiar voice yelling, Dawn Warrior, Samuel, you're going to be South Gate, blah, blah. You come around, you see Ava in front of her Dawn Warriors that she brought with her, and there's about a dozen of them. As she gives the last one, she says, the city needs more protection, and we are here for it. You have your orders. And they all click their heels together and say at the same time, the dawn will rise again. And they all spread out and go do what they're going to do. As they turn around, Ava sees you and says, "Good morning. Did you sleep well?"
Yeah, I'm, yes. Yes, we slept well. I like your little motto. We should get one, Marinda. Yes,
I
both
mean,
slept
I've
well.
got a motto, but do we need one as a group?
Ava says, "What's the motto you?" No? Okay.
Oh no. uh, yeah, I slept well. Marinda, how did you sleep?
I slept surprisingly free of gods. So, that's concerning. But we'll talk about that later.
Oh, okay. Do you? Never mind. I don't. Asking questions gets me into trouble. Where's Tayson?
He thinks he's in timeout, so he decided not to come with us.
You can put a prince in timeout.
Apparently, he can put himself in a timeout, and we don't have to do anything.
I'm going to have to remember this when I get home.
Look, that you know how sometimes, like pets will put themselves in timeout because you've trained them well enough. Well, apparently, Tayson likes to emulate that.
So Tayson's a pet.
No, he's not a pet. He's a person, but he likes to think of himself as such because he thinks he came from an egg. So,
Yeah, I had questions about that, but I don't. I don't want to know now. You know, I'm a little scared of what the answer is going to be after everything we talked about yesterday.
look, we don't even know half the time.
I have duties to attend to. When you see Tayson, can you just tell him I'm sorry and don't give him any other context?
And do.
Thank
That
you.
is my favorite thing to do for Tayson. Yes. Yes, I will do that.
She walks away. You guys go downstairs. Um, it the cooks here, and especially the main cook, it's usually boisterous, laughing, a little yelling, not much in the kitchens. You've been here enough to know this. It's very somber this morning as plates are being made, and turning around, he's looking at one of the other cards that were written, and you put together that he's making meals assigned for the people that are here as casualties.
I'm gonna need that one more time. He's making meals who for people who are assigned as casualties.
Yeah, the people that were
Yes.
hurt and brought here to recover, the higher echelon of people that needed care.
Yeah, Hannah,
And
casualty doesn't just mean
Necessarily mean that they are
killed.
gone. Just
yeah,
Okay, that was.
a bad
I was
has
like,
happened to them, but they are still eating. Yes,
gotcha. Cool. That makes a lot more
the
sense
I
now.
people
did the
being treated
I
here.
did the
Said that.
exact same thing for just a second. I got there faster because I'm sitting here muted. It's fantastic. Anyway, back to the shadows. I go.
You jump in, find a little space, make breakfast for the three of you. Well, two of you, and then you can grab a handful of chives.
I'm gonna make him the egg broth and put the
Okay.
chives on it. It's not really gonna be just a bowl of chives.
You guys have a weird. It may happen. I wasn't gonna. You make breakfast. Are you gonna bring it back, or are you two gonna sit and eat? There's enough space here. It seems like the only thing happening is people are cooking, and then you're watching people who are wearing robes of the sixth, but not the priestly robes. So the shrine in has emergency setup where physicians and nurses and other care will come and non-magical resources to help in great extents, which is sad that last night was also one of them. But they come and pick up some of the food and take it upstairs, making sure they have the right ones. There's a lot of check and double check of the cards. Might bring you back to your time at the Waffle Hut. It's like an order check. But are you two going to eat here? Or are you going to take it back to the room with Mr. Timeout?
What do you think, Stroop? Do you think we should make Tayson stay in timeout for longer? Or...
Well, I mean, we haven't really got a vibe check yet,
It's true. That is
other than
true. We have
Ava. So,
that, and
can
that's not a proper vibe check. So yeah, let's sit and eat and get the proper
well,
vibe check. And
I have another idea. Do we see the food made for the queen?
You do not.
Oh, okay, never mind. Then, I thought maybe we could take her food, but nah. So yeah, maybe we eat for a little bit and see if we can, or maybe we find like a dining area where maybe like people that we know are eating, and see if we can see if anybody's talking mad stuff about our boy. Um, I don't know. Thoughts?
that might be a wonderful idea for us to get a proper vibe check.
You start walking around. Are you going to eat here and watch? Is that what you're saying?
We're gonna find a
If
dining
there,
room.
yeah, is there like a formal dining room that people are having breakfast in? Like
You
royalty?
walk down to the formal where you guys had your meal last night. The tables are gone. There's beds set up. People are being treated in there as well. Looking around, it doesn't look like it looked like any available space is being used to treat the people that were really hurt. You know, because Ava told you originally, and the Queen would have justified or told you as well. 28 citizens and 17 guards died, but a lot of people were hurt.
Yeah, let's go ahead and head back into the kitchen and maybe we can hear some rumblings. And so we'll
That's
eat in the kitchen.
yeah, that's a good idea.
You guys eat your breakfast, and the only thing that you hear is, "Oh, this needed this. I needed to do this. I can't have this." And more people come down, pick up some food. They look tired and defeated as well, but then they seem to straighten up a little bit, put a smile on, grab the food, walk upstairs before they even get moving again. I think the the reality of what if either you are study of history, there was a time when the elves attacked. There was a time of a great war here that was longer than a couple hours. Just seeing what a couple hours did to this place, where even in the morning it still has that somber feel. Hearing people being affected by what happened, knowing that you guys had the strength to go through it, you did. You didn't lock up with the Dark Force. You didn't lock up when lives were taken. You didn't lock up when a Feywild Guardian turned out to be a dragon demon of some kind. And I think that you guys realize that three of you have a really innate strength of character to be able to go through all of that and come out the other side. Where only one of you has been trained to battle. You remember that Tayson told you about a little bit of his training. You remember the first time you saw Tayson. He saved you from a were-rat.
Not wrong. I'd almost forgotten about the were-rat incident. Thank you for that reminder.
Back when he ran with a group of people who you found out don't exist anymore. Tayson lived through that. These are the things that you learn while you sit here. Nothing else. You're not going to catch any other vibe check besides the needs of the people are being met. That the queen is better than her word, giving up parts of her castle when easily some industrial building could have been cleared out to do this. The queen's not around that you've seen, at least not in the dining room area or here or in between.
So, Miranda, the vibe that I'm getting is that, even if people are a little bit irked with Tayson about this situation, it's not that big of a deal in the bigger picture. So, let's bring him his breakfast and tell him it's okay to come out. And if anybody
Yeah.
has anything to say about it, they can deal with us.
Exactly. We'll tell Tayson he's not in timeout.
You guys finish eating, take Taste on his meal.
No, they do
You-
not. I need to have a conversation, or at least attempt one.
Okay, so while this is going on,
Yes, please.
what do you want to do?
Hey, there's no one else in the room. It's just me and you. And I'm gonna do something I haven't done in a while here.
There is somebody in the room.
Who's in the room?
Potion G-Mind do not leave you alone.
Oh, hey, great. I need you guys to watch the door and the window. I need to be in here by myself for a second. That's it.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, when you get outside, I'm gonna do a quick yell. And if you can hear me, just knock on the window and knock on the door so I know that it's okay. But I'm gonna chill for myself for a little bit. I need a second.
They take a look around the room and notice that there is one window in the door. Okay.
Okay, great.
A short period of time. And they both leave.
Okay. Ah!
Yes, we hear you.
Perfect.
And then they close the door.
Okay, great. Hey, I'm gonna do something I haven't done in a long time. I'm gonna be selfish and greedy and make a demand. You and I are going to talk. And we're gonna figure out exactly what's going on here, or I'm gonna stay in this room. And I'm not gonna leave. Because the only thing that actually scares me more than the world ending is me making things worse. So unless I know that you're not going to be able to make things worse, I'm not gonna let it happen. And if that's the case, that's fine. Maybe your need for revenge isn't that much. But I will tell you this. I've dealt with being isolated and feeling guilty plenty, to where if I know that I'm doing it for a good reason, like not letting you be the main point of concern, like a lot of the people that I care about think that you might be, it'll be so much better than it's ever been. So we can talk, or you can stay silent in here until I die.
So many people are right about you. You babble and don't allow others to talk.
I just wanted to get my point across. And I asked you a question yesterday and you didn't talk, and no one else can hear you but me, it seems. So it doesn't matter if the people are in the room or not.
Your questions yesterday became petty and unnecessary.
They became petty and unnecessary to you. That's how it works. Like, if you were to ask me something that seemed silly, but it was really important to you, does that make it an important question or a silly question? Because it's both. It's important to you and it's silly to me. So my petty questions, they're not petty to me. I kind of want to know how this is working. That's all.
I have power I can give.
Uh-huh.
You have power you can use.
Sure.
Together, we can destroy the master.
So, to make sure I've got this right, our deal was that you would give me power to destroy the master in return for being able to stay here with me, right?
I will help you destroy the master. If there's information that I have, I will give it.
To who?
You.
And to no one else.
I care for no one else.
That's not the same thing as no.
I can't talk to them. I don't want to talk to them.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years after the war has ended?
Once my revenge happens,
Uh-huh.
I have no plans. I will seek out another,
Uh-huh.
and I will become their partitioner of power.
Okay. That's neat, I think. I mean, it's terrifying, but it's a good start. At the very least, it's believable. Because here's where we're at. I can't I can't put myself in a position to do what we both want to do as easily as I could before because of your presence. And that's not your fault. Frankly, that's mine. I like that. I'm gonna take the L on that one, because I we should have talked about it. I didn't realize that we were going into like an agreement, like a binding kind of thing. I thought we were just talking, but either way, that's still not your fault. That's mine. I should have asked. But there's a lot of fear that you're gonna betray team, my team, like team, people that don't want to die because of demons up here, around here. I don't know how planar travel works. I don't know where you are. But I am in a position where I can't be as useful because people are afraid of you. And you're saying you're going to help us defeat Deimos in return for staying here. But if I am actively hindering our efforts because you're here, I don't know how that works for either of us. You know what I mean?
The others don't matter when it comes to the master.
Who are the others?
Any that we've talked to, even the angel woman.
Okay. I mean her well, she's Ava, and then she has, an angel of justice, and but that's fine. I mean, I guess that makes sense. That you would see them. Wait, do you see them as two entities, or do you see them as one entity?
They are separate.
Okay, good. Okay.
Like us,
Uh-huh.
the difference is I'm not trying to make you hurt people because I think it's right.
No, you just want me to hurt something that you want me to hurt because you don't like them for whatever reason. I mean, like, I've got my reasons, and don't get me wrong, I get it. But I don't know your reasons. I'm pretty sure it's not because they're trying to do terrible things here, because we just kind of like walked into your cave, and that was enough for you to say, no, you don't get to leave.
I have the same want as you. I offer to give you gifts, but I will never force you to use those gifts.
Okay.
The angel in the being you call Ava wanted to kill you to kill me, and she needed to remove herself to stop it.
I mean, admittedly, that means that she didn't want to kill me, because if they both wanted to kill me, they probably would have done it, or tried to, right?
The difference is very obvious to me, as I think it is starting to become obvious to you. I am not forcing anything.
So, you're not forcing anything. Okay. 2 questions. And I promise after that I'm done. Also, because I don't know how long chives last without getting yucky and soggy, but I'm pretty sure that Stroop will care about that. So I think they're probably on their way back pretty quickly. One, you're not forcing anything. Cool. Does that mean that does that mean that I can make you leave if I'm not going to use any of your power? Because you said you would help me.
Your power brought me here.
It's not a yes, but it's not a no. Fair enough. Great. Awesome. Cool. No, that makes sense. Okay. Context. Great. I would like to make a secondary agreement with you then, if you are amenable to it.
I will listen.
I will never lie to you if you never lie to me. And if either of us does so, figuring out my wording. If you ever lie to me, I kick you out at will. If I ever lie to you, you don't have to find another. You can just take this one.
That sounds agreeable.
I said I wasn't going to ask you a third anything, but my third anything was, do we have a deal? And I don't know if I can ask that or not because oh man.
It is already done.
Okay, perfect. Because I just said that I would never lie to you, and then I told you that but before that I said I was only going to ask you 2 questions. So then if I had you a third question right after that, I would have already lied, and then by asking you, I would have, oh man, that would have been bad. Okay, great. I feel better about this. Cool.
Your power is unique.
Okay.
But
Ah.
let me help you.
Can you maybe?
Let me enhance your power.
We'll talk. Is this like another sparring thing, or it's like instruction? Do I need to write something down?
It's a gift. You feel a little bit more energized, and you have 2 more sorcery points that are your max.
Doc knows how to make Mike stop asking questions. The way you do it is you let him min-max and do it in RP. 8 sorcery points.
And right as you realize that you have a little bit more power, the door opens.
Hi. How are the chives?
Yeah, the chives look good. They were in season. As you can tell, Hannah knows nothing about cooking. So yeah, they look good. And we didn't really hear anybody say anything bad about you. So,
Oh, well, why would they say anything bad about me?
well, I mean, like you were concerned that maybe you had irked some people, but we saw Ava and she said she's sorry. I think. You know my memory; it's not very good.
Oh.
That is what she said.
Okay. Then and thank Doc for this, because whether he knows what he's done on purpose or not, here is all of it. Well, no, there's no reason that I would have worried about anybody else being bad at me. The only people that would know anything about what was going wrong, or the deal that I had made without realizing that I made it, were Ava and the Queen, and I don't think that it would be good for them to talk to anybody about that. So I'm not worried about that. But you talked to Ava, and she said that she's sorry. Did she tell you what she was sorry for?
Not a lick.
We did not know. No. But
I'm
Okay.
going to assume it's for almost killing you.
No,
I'm just-
because she didn't do that. She in fact she left. She left after she had told us that if she stayed, she was gonna have to kill me. So she says, "I'm sorry," without any context. Is she sorry that she didn't kill me? Is she sorry that that I made a pact? Is she sorry that she told you that she said that I was cute, but then she found that she said that she thought I was cute, or she said that I thought that she thought I was stupid, or she said that I'm stupid, and it's just like it hurt, but I also asked for it. So why would she be sorry for that? Because that's something where she warned me, and then it did hurt, but it didn't work. So is she sorry that it didn't work, or is she sorry that
Hey, son,
yeah.
I'm going to tell you this. If the shoe fits, honey, pick one.
There's a lot of shoes. There are dress shoes, there are sandals, there are running shoes. What the hell are you talking about if the shoe fits? People have one set of feet. They don't wear several different feet. That's a stupid phrase right now. All of these phrases fit. All of these different sentiments fit. Do you want me to wear them all? Because that's what this is. This is wearing all of them. I only have 2 feet.
Let her recover.
Hey, son, breathe. I'm sure she means she is sorry for a multitude of those that you just named.
You're
I am
doing a
not
lot
going
of
to-
presuming. I don't feel good about it. Oh, sorry, breathe. Okay, continue.
She did not give us any context. Therefore, just know she's genuinely sorry about something.
That's... I apologize for my outburst. At the same time, that's worse. That's actually worse. She's sorry for something or things. Cool. Great.
Hey, son,
Yeah.
breathe.
No, I did it. I can't do it again for like another 10 minutes. But good news. I had a talk with, didn't ask his name because things are weird about their names. It's cool. I don't think I have to worry about him too much. Second thing, and this might be a problem, I made a second deal with him, but it was my idea. And I think I did good. I think I did good.
And that's one way to do it, I suppose.
I feel like the first deal just kind of like here we are. It is what it is. Oh, can't kill a demon god without breaking a couple of contract eggs. But this one is much more of like keeps the first one in check. He's not allowed to lie to me, and I'm not allowed to lie to him. So
Yeah, there are
yeah.
lies of omission that. Never mind. I'm not going.
There are
We're
lies-
not going to get into it. This is just going to cause you to have more anxiety.
No,
and
it's
have to
okay,
breathe more,
'cause-
and you can't
no.
do that for another 10 minutes.
This
Apparently.
is the one that I've got this. If I do a lie of omission, It's because you gave me an opportunity to not talk about the actual honest answer in the question. Or I don't respond. I cannot lie to you if you ask me a question that I can't lie to. The only thing I can do is not answer. Ask me what I ate today.
What did you eat today, Tayson?
I can tell you to that. Nothing. I haven't ate yet. I don't remember eating. That's a whole bunch of different answers that all go to the same thing because you asked me a concrete question. Not if, not why. You asked me what I did. If I ask a concrete question, it's really hard to... Is there concrete in this world? Oh, man. Okay, good. There's concrete. Okay, that would have been sad. I don't like being in this room anymore. It's too existential, and I was alone in it with my thoughts and my whatever for what. Hey, how's everybody doing out there?
You know, there's some injured people. But here, have some breakfast soup.
Thank you.
That helps.
Hey, while I'm sorry. Oh, the chive. I like the chives. They add a nice bit of color. Hey, you should let the queen know that this was definitely a small attack, so the demon army could like gauge the strength of our forces and our defenses here.
I'm sure she's figured that out. However, we can relay that information so she is able to have that backed up.
Okay. You can also tell her that if she doesn't want me to stay in the meetings, that's okay. But my tenant here, he doesn't have the ability to talk to anybody that would cause us harm. And even before doing so, I would ask if he would relay this information to anything that could cause us harm with it. And if he says yes, then I won't go into the meeting. I don't want to sit outside. That's all.
Tayson just keeps giving me sad puppy vibes right now.
I built the saddest puppy of a character with the sharpest teeth that I possibly could.
Also, remember that Mike's official title in Nerdverse Media is Emotional Support Nerd.
That's me. That's my job. Hey, everybody. You are enough. There you go. I'd let you pet me, but you're listening, so it's not gonna work. But like, I'm petted. I pet you back. Pet.
As we watch this sit and you guys finally settle in the room, Tayson eats. We're gonna go to break.
Hey everybody, it's your emotional support nerd, as you might have just heard. Go get yourself some water. Use the bathroom. Get a snack. You deserve a snack. Even if you don't think you deserve a snack, you deserve a damn snack. Do those things. We'll be back in like 5-10 minutes. I'm not going to put a timer on anybody else's self-care other than my own. But we're going to see you back here in just a second. Love you all! This is where you were all supposed to fill in the noise with like the love you all and all that stuff. And then I go to the be right back screen.
Are we muted yet?
No, I haven't even pressed the button yet. I'm waiting for noises.
Gosh! Noises!
Much better.
Are we muted yet?
We're unmuted yet.
Oh, yay!
Yeah. Paint me a word picture. What? First time muter, second time streamer, whatever. Anyway, do the thing.
Before we left, Tayson had a conversation. Miranda and Stroop got a feel of what was going on around the castle a little bit. Not so much the city, but the castle, which probably represents a lot of the city. Stroop and Miranda, they were talking with Tayson, and it was being said that, they should kind of volunteer to do the stuff because Tayson can't do the stuff, and then told to them. And then there were other conversations where Stroop was told that she should go to War Council because she's the Guardian. I don't know how that helps being War Council, but yeah, we're there. And there's your picture. Okay. You guys just finished talking though, because we drew out of the funny conversations you guys do to redirect when things are bad, which is I like it. There's nothing wrong with
My soup was delicious. Everything is better now. Let us focus on the tasks that we have at hand.
I don't think we focus on anything, honey.
I know, but like, okay. You didn't see the queen, did you, while you're out? Okay.
Not at all.
I'm assuming that would be difficult to find her, and there I'm sure there was. I mean, you brought up the fact that they were wounded. That's fair. So not to be that guy, but if there's nothing that we can be proactive about right now without getting in somebody's way, typically that's usually when I just kind of sit and wait until I'm told. And normally I wouldn't be okay with that, but I also I don't know if I'm allowed to know stuff yet. So I mean, again, it's okay. I figured it out, but just because I figured out that I don't need to be grounded anymore doesn't mean that I shouldn't be grounded. If you two wanna,
Hey, son.
yeah,
I don't follow your logic, dear.
what's up?
Why do you even, like, obviously you can't go in war meetings, but why do you think you are grounded?
Well, if I heard okay. I I tried to think of an example that wasn't like directly personable to us, but that's probably the one that's going to make the most sense. Hey, remember that time that we went into a couple of people's chambers and like private meeting rooms, and we talked out loud about the fact that Deimos was coming back, and then other people were in that room, so they found out that Deimos was coming back, so then they knew what was going on that was supposed to be a secret?
Hey, look, that
So,
was also...
so imagine that, but like in a war meeting for like a lot of people from a lot of different nations that were possibly like banding up in the same room to talk about stuff. And then they told their guards that they were going to do that and like their personal like generals. And then they went out and they talked to the other generals, but they talked about it in a different room. And then I just happened to walk by and I'm an evil spy, or I'm not an evil spy, but people think that there's an evil spy living in me, and then they just hear that. Like, at a certain point, the caution makes sense. And we fucked it up. We fucked it up at least 3 times in like a week. So everybody in the continent who's important, even if they're like 10 times more proficient in this stuff than we are, that still makes it like a 3% chance times all of the people that are important in the continent still fucking it up in front of me, and then still being like in a bad, like we did a bad. So until I've got the go-ahead from somebody who could be mad at me for it, I'm gonna chill here until I know I should chill elsewhere or not chill elsewhere. I don't even care what I'm supposed to do in the elsewhere. I just need to know that I should be elsewhere before I'm anywhere but here.
Hey, Tayson, do we need you to be able to get permission from your mother?
It's less about permission and more about like encouragement at this point. Like, I know I probably won't be in trouble if I leave, but I won't feel good unless I know I'm supposed to be able to leave.
We will go get your mom.
No,
Tayson.
you don't have to go get her. You just
We
ask.
will get your mom.
No, just ask her. She doesn't
It's
have
okay.
to. She doesn't have to pick me up. It's fine.
Tayson, when she told us that you couldn't go to the war meetings,
Uh-huh.
that was the only thing she said you could not do.
Uh-huh.
Correct?
Uh-huh.
Then therefore you are not grounded to this room.
That still
You
doesn't
just
make sense.
cannot
No.
attend war meetings.
Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense.
So I do have to go get your mom. And you have to hear it from her, because otherwise... Tayson,
You're saying it, not me.
this is sound logic. What I am telling you.
Mm-hmm.
I know right now you are emotional because you think that you are grounded.
I'm not gonna lie. I actually feel pretty good right now. I can't. I don't have a friend, but I have a coworker. No, it's I literally. You have employees, Stroop. I have a contractor because we are only in a position where we're working off of that, but we've got stipulations to where we get to break the contract, so that's pretty good. And Miranda, you work with your God, which makes you a collaborator. So all in all, we've got a lot of different bases
That does not
of.
have good connotations in my mind, Jason. At least not in regards to war.
Listen, I'm not trying to speak on anybody else's business relationships. It's fine. I just I know that the Queen will get mad at me. Or could get mad at me, and I'm refusing to do that. So yeah, if you want to go find her, that's fine. But I know that she's going to be super busy, so maybe I'm just chilling here for a couple days. It's okay.
Jason, she's her mom. Your mom.
Mm-hmm.
She always has time to come by and talk to you.
Yes, you
Even
should.
if it's
Even if it's in the
just
middle
like
of
5 minutes.
even if it's in the middle of war with all of the people that are injured and
Okay.
trying to do the war planning. You know what?
Tayson, she can take 5 minutes to come see her child.
Okay, that's fine that you say that. If you tell her that because she says she can't right now, I
didn't say she would do it immediately, nor did I.
That's fine. I'm just saying, don't tell her that and make her feel guilty because A, that'd be pretty rude, and B, she's super powerful and she'll probably stab you. Or all of her guards. I don't know. But no, she'd do it herself. She'd do it herself. Never mind. So just be cool and
All I was going to do is
Yep.
tell her her son needs her.
well, don't say that. Just I need to know. Like, it's not a need her. I don't have a boo-boo on my knee. I just need to know if it's okay for me to go about. And also, the thing that we were worried about isn't something we should be as worried about. That's all. I'm gonna eat the rest of my soup. You do
It's
whatever
true.
you're gonna do.
Drew, let's go get his mom. Let's go find his mom.
I mean, yeah, I mean, we can. If she's busy, though, I don't know if this takes priority over everything.
Like I said, she doesn't have to come immediately. But
Yeah.
she should probably be the one because apparently we're not going to talk him down.
Yeah.
Even so,
I mean, we could even
yeah.
just get a note that says, Tayson, you are not grounded, and please stay
I-
away from
I
these
think this is
love
better.
I love in my head that this is happening while you two are leaving. Like, you haven't left, but you're walking to the door having this conversation.
Look. It's one of those things that needs a mother's touch, you know? Yeah, I mean, you've got a relatively normal mom.
Yeah, I have the best mom ever.
Exactly. So don't you agree? It's one of those things that needs a mother's touch, and she's like slowly pushing on Stroop's back to like try and like give her a little speed boost.
You two leave the room
It's a little.
and you start walking through the castle. And again, a very somber moment in time. You walk to the front of the castle, and now you look out where the market is, and people are set up, people are buying, but it is not the normal affair. After a while, you guys search the castle looking around. It's not small, so it takes a little bit of time, but you round one corner, and Rendith goes, "Ah, there you are. They're having a meeting, and they want to talk to you, Guardian Stroop."
In regarding what? Do you have any ideas?
In all the time you've talked to me, has there ever been once that I came to you with more information than I was given?
No, but a girl can dream. So,
Okay,
you lead the way.
sure, this way. And he leads you around into the area where the thrones are, where the queen and king meet with people. To the left around, and there's a room underneath the stairs. As he opens the door, you see Morrigan is in there with the queen, the king, one other person you don't recognize. His face is covered, but his eyes are showing emerald green eyes. But pretty much he's covered in wrappings, looking around, and you do notice that he wears a badge, just like Rendith of the Skyward. And it gets silent as soon as the doors open. They look your way, and Rendith goes, I found her. And I mean, you're not going to get one without the other. And he points at Miranda. And
We're a bonded pair.
you both walk into the room. He closes the door. And they say, good, you're here. Don't mind if you're here either. We were just going over, and now you look at this table, and you see perfect geographical representation of Redigan. The Adashmira is there. In there is little flags because it's not complete, and Morrigan is filling them in with the Adashmira information. But the Queen says, Morrigan says that the ward is busy in the south, and that's where they all went. It's good to hear that they're alive, and I know Tayson says it as well. What are the Guardians doing right now?
We are training, and learning and trying to fill positions that were left vacant. But also not being alive, sometimes. But we're trying. We're trying to build our forces back up because right now, not a lot of people, not a lot of guardians in waiting.
Okay. Well, that answers that. And Morrigan says, thank you. It is super helpful.
Don't feel like it
It's
is, but we're trying. If there's anything we can do to be more helpful, please let us know. This is my first time.
You've given us information we didn't have and we were questioning. That is helpful, no matter how you look at it. The thing is most of the demons, reports say that they're still coming from the Dark Forest. There is reports of the Oasis. That's what they're calling it, where your Plantalium is. The round-capped rainforest, waiting for word, they're not instantaneous, and to be fair, the council there is slow moving on responses, but trying to judge the needs of all Red again and have a battle plan for something that we don't know. And she looks around the room and she says, everybody here has been informed about Deimos coming. But nobody knows where, when, or how. How do we prepare for this? Do you have any other information?
I don't think so. I'm not 100% sure if I have more information that would be relevant to this. Miranda, do you anything that maybe I've shared with you that you think is relevant that I have maybe forgotten? Because you know my memory. No? No, okay. No, I don't think so.
Sorry, I'm looking at my spell list to see if I have access to scry yet.
Yeah, I'm like, if someone has any way of, there's no way to find out where Deimos is gonna come from, right? Or like show up here. Anybody have any ideas on that?
Nothing that we know of. We asked the Blue Spire, but it turns out their high mage is missing. Has been for weeks now.
Weird. That's not good. No, I got nothing. I'm so sorry. I'm not good at war. Do I have information? Maybe. Actually, there's a guy. I know a guy who might. I don't know if he'd be able to help. Maybe. Uh,
It's a war council, Guardian Strip. Speak up. Don't beat
I
around
don't
the
know. I
bush.
don't know how to explain him.
Brainstorm.
Like, okay, so I know a lich. I don't know. I know a lich who doesn't like the gods, and he wants to make sure that they don't come back. You know Hentrin. You know Hentrin Hovenshin or whatever, right?
Wait, High Mage Hendren Hoversin of the Blue Spire, who's
Uh,
been missing for 2 weeks, is a
that's him, isn't
lich
it?
and can help?
Okay.
100% having a seizure in mute right now. Just like, no!
I don't know why I did not put those things together. I'm like, I feel like I know something, but I don't know if I do. Um,
And this
oh,
is why Stroop is Stroop.
Doc is literally fishing, putting bait, and saying, "All right, Hannah, catch it." And then Hannah doesn't want to catch the bait because Hannah's not hungry. But Hannah is going to swim up to the dock, jump out of the water, and then land on the dock and then flop up and down. So it worked out perfectly in the way that it works out perfectly for us. So it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everything is going to be okay.
Everything is content. You're good.
for some reason, I thought the mage was not him. So yeah, okay, yeah, I can get in contact with him, I think.
You'd be the only one. We've been searching. The blue tower is the tower of protection. It has the magical essence of that. Their mages have been wonderful, but the high mage missing right before a demon attack is suspicious at best.
Yeah, it's weird. I have not heard from him in a couple days, so let me get back to you on that. What would you like me to present to him, if anything?
Present to him. Hopefully,
Yeah,
whatever he's doing is more important than the protection of the people.
no promises, but hopefully. I mean, I don't have a lot of faith in a lot of people, but uh we'll find out.
They talk about other things, movement. While you're in there, something does come up that piques your attention. Apparently, Hardell was destroyed except for 2 houses. The demons destroyed everything, and when the guards and warriors got there, they defeated the demons, but they were beating on 2 buildings that seemed not to have a scratch on them.
Was it Martin's house and Miranda's house? Well, Tayson's house and Miranda's house now.
Do you say that?
I ask in the most formal
Which
way.
houses?
Which houses were not injured or harmed in the breaking down of the city?
2 houses in the middle. They seem to be magically protected somehow.
I give Miranda the side eye, like,
You gotta just like, I didn't do it. I bought the house. I didn't ward it.
well, maybe could the wards on your house be used to maybe protect a city? Is that a possibility?
Wait,
I
one
mean,
of those were your house.
Yes. When I came here from Eberron, I bought a house. Before entering the temple, and apparently it has some wards somewhere, and I should probably go study those.
That's lucky. Do you know your neighbors? There was one next to your house.
That used to be Martin's house.
Everybody
If
goes
it's huh?
Everybody just goes quiet. There's little mumblings in the ward. People are pointing as they're asking these questions, and you say it was Martin's house. Silent. The queen just
So,
says, "I was unaware that Martin had a house in Hada."
I should probably study those. Well, I should try and find those wards and study them so we can replicate them here.
There is a convoy filled with mostly warriors, but uh, people who work in masonry, people who work with wood and carpentry. They're going to go down to try to rebuild. The people there are displaced. There was a lot of casualties, but there were survivors, and we can't house everybody here. You're more than welcome to go down with them. In fact, the extra protection would probably be good. Ava has volunteered to go as well to keep them protected.
Oh, yep. Oh, it's true. We
Always down for good adventure. Should we get Tayson for this one? I mean, I don't feel like it's something that would be a problem for him to be involved in, right?
considering one of them is now his house, technically. We should probably bring him because I don't remember if we have a key or not.
And you were there, so though I may have been brash, I stand by that maybe he shouldn't be part of the war councils. But if something's supposed to be secret, it'll be told that it'll be secret.
Oh, speaking of, after this, we need you to come with us to tell Tayson he can't be. He doesn't have to be in timeout. He can actually wander around the castle while he's here, just not
Wait,
to the
what
wards.
happened?
He thinks he's in timeout. He put himself in timeout, basically.
I will head there after this.
Thanks.
Is
To
there
a
anything else?
to a war council, to people sitting at a table. Okay. Okay. Keep going. It's fine.
I like how our biggest like issue with like, oh, we should bring Tayson because we don't have keys to his house. Like, like that was I don't know why, but that just like I lost it. I was like, oh yeah, I guess we don't have keys to his home. Anyway. Yeah, I mean, like he might just need a little bit of encouragement, or even a note. We could bring a note, notarized note saying you are not in trouble. Please come with us. Um, but
I'll stop by after the meeting, but let's stay on task of Redigan as a whole.
sounds great. Yeah. What can we do besides what we're gonna do?
I mean, we're trying to figure it out. We have people looking around. I have spies out there looking around as well. That's what we were talking about. I guess if you're going to be part of the council, I introduce you to. He calls himself the Sly Weasel. And you see the man that's covered up with the emerald eyes. He just nods toward you. He brings information, a lot of information. He's never been officially spy master, but he's provided needed information for a long time. As he lands in Pterodactyl Scree. And he just is just standing there and uh, says, we we'll figure out where Damus should be. We think it might be the sundered portion of Enon. Martin's book is where it's written in there is that's where the final battle was. So if he wasn't defeated, there's a chance that he was suspended there, which makes sense, which would be the southern mountain range of the Gods Mountains. We're looking into that as well, as we would have to pass giants again. And aside from the one that came down to Martin's funeral, they've never been kind to what they call the smaller folk.
I have an idea in regards to that, but I would need larger clothes.
You're just gonna have Stroop on your shoulders and pretend to be the smallest giant.
This is now my new favorite idea. I'm sorry, Mike. You said, and then you said that, and now I'm in.
Goliaths are considered medium creatures still, too, right?
These are giants, and as far as you know, there are no Goliaths here.
That's true. But Miranda's from Eberron, so she's seen a Goliath before.
Oh, yeah. I'm saying here, specifically here.
But it's the closest thing she can actually change into, potentially.
We will table that. We will figure it out. There has to be a way through. Unless you know what Martin did to be honored by one of their kind.
Hey, Stroop, was that in the journals?
That's what I was thinking. We didn't read anything? No. Well, not that I'm aware of, but maybe Tayson knows something that we don't know about that, because I think he went a little bit more in depth with that kind of stuff. Maybe, possibly, but if not, there's nothing we can't handle. There might be things that we can't handle, but we'll figure something out. We'll try something. But for now,
The Skyward is sending a bunch of bounty hunters over. We're hiring them on to help them secure their forest area. We're trying to make up for the ward, so we've started hiring certain mercenaries as well. Our armies are not big enough to handle what is coming. I think that's all for today. We have been here for hours, and I need to go walk anyways. And everybody just stands up and bows, and they go to leave. You watch. Moore can leave, and a couple other people leave. The Queen leaves. You didn't see a sly weasel leave. And you look back, and he's not in the room.
it's one heck of a trick. I gotta learn that for when I have uncomfortable situations and just wanna whoop.
Pass without a trace. You can generally probably try something. And I'm not trying to say this meanly, but you are rather small, Stroop. You could probably do it rather easily.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I mean, half
Still-
isn't that something halflings are known for?
Being sneaky?
Yes. For being light of
I've-
foot.
Have you met my family? We are not quiet. We are not quiet people.
Very stout of foot, if anything.
All right, so we're going down to your house and to Martin's house to check out those wards, right?
Yes. Yes, we are.
All right, so we should probably get some bags together and see what we need to do to get down there. Can we fast travel there? Is that on the little paper? Do you know?
I believe it was, but I'm not positive.
Oh, we don't have the paper anymore, do we? Did we give it back
Might
to?
be able to borrow a paper,
Yeah.
but it would be good if we traveled with the convoy, so that if anything happens, they've got extra firepower, so to speak.
That makes sense. I just like to be fast. That makes sense. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's
Tall and
go pack some
fast.
bags.
That's Stroop's whole life. That's what she
Small and
wants.
fast.
Tall
Um,
and fast.
tall and fast, but I'm
You
small.
always want to be tall and you always want to be fast.
I do always want to be tall and fast. Yeah, you're right. All right, let's go pack some bags.
You head back to the room where you're staying, which is Tayson's room. Tayson, were you doing anything during this time, or?
Sudoku.
Okay.
Got to keep the mind sharp.
I love how that is now canonically a part of this world.
It's where it was invented.
Boom!
You walk in, and Tayson has a book and a pencil.
How'd it go?
We all need to pack.
Okay, where are we going?
Home? In my case, technically.
Going to a different plane?
No. My home here.
Oh, we're going to Hardell.
Hence the technically.
Yeah, okay. Are we walking there?
We're going with the convoy.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I'm doing that questions thing. My bad.
It's okay, Tayson.
All right. I will go grab a shirt and a pair of pants, and I will go grab a change of clothes, and I'm good to go. Hey, I'm good to go.
I got
Uh,
a few things.
He grabs his thing, puts it together, tells you that you're good to go. You start saying this, and in the middle of that, you hear a knocking on the door. Posh opens it up, and the queen is there. Says, Tayson, you were never grounded. I don't know where you get these ideas from.
Did you? Okay. Did you really present it to her like that? Okay, it's fine.
Oh, the whole war council knows.
Oh,
I would like to cast Pass Without Trace and slowly go out onto the
Okay.
balcony.
There's no balcony. There's a door and a window. Those are your
I would
options
like
here.
to leave the room.
Okay. Roll me a stealth check.
At 5 plus 10 with Pass Without Trace, so 15.
Yeah. You're moving along the window along the wall, and the queen just says, "What? Are you worried? Are you? It's Tayson. He'll be okay. Come, let's sit down and talk." And she closes the door.
okay. So, if I wasn't allowed in the war meetings before, it's fine. I don't think I want to go anymore. Cause okay, no, it's all right.
Tayson, war councils and the kingdom are two different things.
Right.
You are more than welcome to walk around the castle.
If it means anything, I had a conversation, and this might sound like more bad, but I feel pretty good about it. I made a second deal. No, don't do that with your face. I understand. It's okay. I made the deal. I proposed the deal and it agreed. It's not allowed to lie to me, and I'm not allowed to lie to it. If it ever lies to me, I get to kick it out freely.
What's the other half of that, Tayson?
Something that's never going to be relevant because it's something I've never done, so I wouldn't worry about it too much.
What did you offer?
Oh, if I lie, it gets to take it. Just gets to stay and be in charge, right? But I have to lie for that, and I have to lie to it. So I would have to lie to it, and I don't feel comfortable lying because I'm not good at it anyway.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Um,
So
yeah.
He also had said that Tenant. I'm just gonna call it Tenant for a while because I didn't ask its name because things are really tricky with their names, which is weird because I don't know if I'm just supposed to call it Hey You, but I think that might be its name soon. it seems like it doesn't have a way to communicate with the things that would be a problem to communicate with. Like, I get it. You still don't want me to be around, but I also don't think it's a big deal.
I just want to be safe.
And that's fine. It's fine. I think I have good ideas sometimes.
I think you do too. And I think it's a good idea to present them to your friends here and
Okay.
have them come present it to
Okay.
us. Or call me and
Okay.
tell me your idea, and then I will take it to them.
Okay, so they brought up the whole, like, the small little bit of the demon army attack so they could figure out and probe our defenses and figure out how much and where we were defending things.
No, but you told me that last night.
Okay. I didn't think I told you that last night. I thought I told you that I thought there was some reason they were doing it and it was a distraction. I didn't think of it necessarily for recon, but that was probably I feel like you're giving me credit for the thing that you thought of after I told you a thing, which
No,
is
you told me you could confirm it.
Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah, I confirmed it. Yeah, that happened.
Okay.
Yeah. So if I don't think we got a lot of time at that point then. Because if they're probing and poking to see how much it's going to take for the barrier to break, that means they're ready to poke, or at least they're ready to get ready to poke.
Well, I just found out you have a house in Hardell, which is one of the two standing buildings down there.
Martin has a house in Hardell.
Martin has nothing on this plane anymore.
Well, that's not true.
No, it is.
Martin left everything to you, Tayson.
Because it's left to me
You
doesn't mean it's
have
not
it,
his.
not-
In fact, I already petitioned the Errata Librium to change the Rise and Fall of Deimos to Tayson Firewell instead of Martin Firewell as the author.
What?
She smiles.
That's not funny.
It's pretty funny. Yeah, we all saw the food.
I got excited.
Hannah did too, apparently.
It's good. It's good food.
But there's a convoy going down to Builders.
Mm-hmm.
Ava and a few of her Dawn warriors are going to.
Oh, I
protect
cannot go.
It's already discussed in the War Council.
I'm very busy with other things. I cannot go with the convoy. I'm sorry.
Tayson, we just keep you on the other side of the convoy. It's that simple.
No. See, I tried to do the lie thing. It didn't work. It made me very uncomfortable. I don't think she likes me very much. I think she had a chance. I think she wanted to like me for a while, and then she tried to rip the bad out of me, and the bad laughed at her. So she. Okay. Have you talked to Hendren recently? I'm not. This isn't me trying to deflect. This is actually a legitimate question. It's relevant. He had a piece of paper that helped us get to Hardell. Rendith. Sorry, my fault. Names. I'm scared.
Asked Rendith to find Guardian Waffle to come to the meeting, and he brought her. Yeah.
Okay. Have we tried their way of teleportation to some select areas?
Have we tried asking Rendith to take people all over the place?
No. You know, this is not new information. You know, Rendith has like a map that can take him to like select cities, right?
I suspected he had something magical. He could get information across the land pretty quickly.
If we talk to him about being able to get to Hardell, that would help us figure out if that facility had been destroyed in Hardell, and if it hadn't, great, we can get there, and we can also figure out how bad off it is down there.
You're more than welcome to talk to Rendith if you get in touch with him. So
Okay.
I have no idea what you're talking about at this moment.
I'm gonna stop talking
I
about it.
just recently found out that you, in Inheritance, got a house Martin had in Hardell that I had no idea of.
Oh, okay. Do you want to come visit? Like
I will one
like
day.
after the war, yeah. I've got a villa in Adishmira.
Morgan was telling me about the grandiose villa that Martin had there.
It's
as well.
very big. I don't understand.
You had to be so uncomfortable there.
I was distracted for the most part, so it wasn't that bad. But I do feel like when I go back, because I'll have to go back. You know, I gotta. It'd be really rude to get a house, even if they didn't give it to me. If Martin gave it to me, and then I had a house there, and I didn't ever like go visit. It would be really rude, especially if it's that big of a house. And you take care of the garden, otherwise it'll just grow out, and then it'll be the eyesore, and that wouldn't be
That's
good.
true. Did you set up people to come and mow and clean and
I didn't, because I knew that I was gonna have to go back there in like about 10 days or so. Because if I don't go back in 10 days or so, the deposit that I put down for one ring and the rest of the money for a second ring, I wasn't gonna be able to get either of those rings, and I kind of want to be able to do that. So,
would you like me to send somebody to get your rings? The trip to Hardell is 3 weeks.
oh, not Hardell, no, Adishmira. Oh, do you want to send somebody to our Adishmira? Got it. Okay, yeah. That would be great, actually. I didn't sign anything with him though. I don't know that he would just like hand everything over. Whatever, it's fine. You'll figure it out. And if not, if you could just send him the money, so I'm not a jerk. And then I don't need an allowance. I'm fine after that.
How much do you owe?
I think it was $750 total, but I paid $500. I think it's another $250.
Other way around.
Insert amount of money. Here. I think it's like $500.
I think you left $250. If I remember right, it was the ring
I
and
bought a
$250.
ring and I had $250 left. And then
Yeah,
I wanted
so that's
to,
what you did.
But then
So it's $500.
but then I gave him that ring back that was $500.
But you wanted them both.
Yeah, and I gave him $250. So he has a
Yeah.
$500 ring, $250, and I need to buy another ring with it. So I don't.
So you just need the other 500. and it
Great.
evens out. Yeah.
I think it's $500 total, and that would get me the ability to have more spells kind of stored up if things went bad, and also I could stop things from being able to like find me and talk to me that I didn't say yes to.
It is important.
Especially now, since I've already got something talking to me that evidently it wasn't supposed to. So
Yeah, more than two voices would get very confusing for anybody.
I have a hard time with one. So yeah, I agree.
I will make that happen.
Okay.
Please, though, I would feel way better if you traveled to Hardell with the workers to keep them safe. I'm not telling you have to. I'm asking.
I know. Yeah, go.
Thank you.
No, thank you. Sorry.
I'm sorry. If I give you a book on Faye and Jin, would you read it?
If you told me that I should, yeah.
It explains what not to do. The big things are no, don't ever tell them your name if they say, if I can have your name, because they will literally take it.
Huh. What happens if something takes your name?
You don't own it anymore.
I don't own my name anyway.
Well,
It's
a
just a
good
name.
portion of the time, the Fae also want your actual name.
Yeah, but like, okay, so is my actual name Tayson Firewell?
No one's actual name is what it is on this mortal plane, Tayson.
So then how do I know if they take my name what it means?
You're missing the point.
Okay.
The answer is not yes. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Is it yes and or no but?
It's just no. There's no
Oh.
buts. Just no.
Okay.
Jin will promise to give you a wish, and it will never be what you want.
Oh, I don't want wishes.
I'm just letting you know.
No, I
They are
understand.
tricky
Gotcha.
and terrible spirits that just want to destroy people.
Why?
I have no idea about why spirits do what they do. I have no idea why devils and demons do what they do.
I feel like but if you knew the motivation, you would know how to stop the bad things and probably encourage the good, right?
What if they do it because they think it's fun?
Well, then you got to find a new form of fun for them that's more productive.
Good luck.
Okay.
That's not how that works, Tayson.
Well, not without trying, but okay, fine.
I'm saying go ahead and try, but again, do not accept gifts from them.
Okay. I'll tell you what. I will. Okay. You're asking me to be impolite to things that are all about being polite.
Not at all. Be polite. Politely say no. There is a way to do that.
I've been told that if somebody offers you something, you take it and you accept it graciously, even if it's not something that you want.
I'm sorry, who told you that?
Well, it's not told so much as I saw like sometimes that if I you know what? Never mind. It's fine. I won't. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Never mind. As Tayson just like eyes over to Stroop and then sees Stroop sink her head a little bit and then just went, no, it's okay. Never mind. It's cool.
It's rude to force you to want to take something.
That's fair. Okay, that's different. Okay, that is not something I've had to deal with. And then looks over to Stroop and gives like the smallest but most perceptible thumbs up.
I heard you stood alone against multiple demons and one of their bigger lieutenant demons.
I mean, we all did, but we also, I mean, we had, Posh, G-Mine, they were there too.
Well, good thing they follow you wherever you go, so now they're going to Hardell to protect the convoy as well. See how great you are doing as a Grand Duke of one half of the continent and a prince of the other.
I feel like half of my job, as whatever you're calling it, has been doing whatever the people in charge of me have told me to do and just not, like, immediately fuck it up, but just, like, minorly fuck up everything else around side of it.
I promise I will never tell you what to do, Tayson.
Oh, no. You are the... No, that's not fair. You are the queen. We're at war. And Tayson actually, like, shaky hands and, like, has them at his sides, brings them up, and then just, like, puts them at her, like, her cheeks.
Okay.
And it says, no. You are the tell what to do person. If you need something to be done by me, great. Great. You are the only one who can get away with that, like, in the world.
And I would never tell you what to do, Tayson.
Okay, can you tell me what not to do if I'm going to be doing something that would be bad and I don't know about it?
I just did.
You're really good at this. Okay, fair enough. Okay.
Miranda kind of just like leans down to Stroop and goes, "See, I told you it needed a mother's touch."
She stands up, hugs you, and just says, "You leave tomorrow, but you have today." I know at least a Silver Dagger Inn, if not other places, will be open if that's what you need. Hey, son, for how much you like to not drink and isolate, you also have a way of seeing things differently. And I think going on the trips with Miranda and Stroop have been really good for you. I don't think you realize how much you people watch.
No, that's all I do. Right.
And it, ha-
Yeah. Oh, okay.
and it,
Yeah, got it. Okay. No, I'm catching on now. I get it. Okay. Fair enough. Okay. Is there not anything that you need me to do, not anything I have to do? Is there anything that I can do to be of assistance before tomorrow morning?
you already are.
That may have been the worst. Okay. All right. Great. Hey! We're going to the bar. If you want. Because I think it'll be fun. Probably.
G-Mine is the one inside the door, and he goes, yes! And he bows, like, you could tell he's putting a lot into this fake bow. Absolutely, Grand Duke. You give the orders here.
Oh, I hate that. Please don't. Why would you? I told you that I hate that. Why would you make it worse now? Of all the times to make it worse, why would you make it worse now?
Hey, son. He's cracking a joke.
Oh, it's fun. Okay, that's fine. All right, if this makes you happy, then I am glad to be a part of it. Hey, let's go to the Silver Dagger, but not the one in Adishmira, because that's a different one. By the way, did you know that they have a Silver Dagger in Adishmira, but it's not the same?
I did not.
I didn't. It was weird. We got there, and I asked, and they said they didn't know, and I don't know if they know it here, but I have something to ask when we get to the Silver Dagger Inn, which is where we're going now. If you want to, and only if you want to, but I think you want to because it'll be fun. I'm going.
The Queen.
Love you. Bye.
The Queen has you on your shoulders, and she says, "Tayson, if no one's ever told you, you're the most amazing Tayson I know. You are enough." And she kisses your forehead.
Aw.
And then she leaves.
Tall is she again?
She is 5'11".
Okay. So that's like just tilt head up.
Oh no.
Jason.
Down. Jason's
Oh.
shorter. Not a lot,
Yeah.
but
Wait, how tall is Jason?
you're taller. Don't worry about it. The point
No,
is
no. I'm trying
We've
to
had this
my...
conversation.
I know!
Point is, she does that and leaves. I think Tayson says, we're all going to the Silver Dagger Inn, but I will be right behind you in about 10 seconds, and everybody needs to leave me alone for me to make sure my clothes are packed. Get out. I'll join you soon.
Hey, Stroop, let's, I guess, head to the Silver Dagger Inn. And she kind of... She does like this, and she goes, oh. And then puts her hand down to, like, grab Stroop's hand so they can, like, skip out the door.
As you guys leave, G-Mine closes the door and says, no, I'm not going to leave again. I'm going to stand right here.
Just turn around. Stay. Just turn around.
He turns around reluctantly.
As he's like halfway into turning around, Tayson just like gives himself like a half hug and just smiles a little bit because it felt different this time. Okay, we can go. Sorry, I forgot I already packed it. It's fine.
Perfect. And he opens the door. You two are just steps away as Tayson comes out of his room, and you all head to the Silver Dagger Inn. There's music playing. Oh, I'm sorry.
Hey, G-Mine, do you want to arm wrestle? I feel like we should arm wrestle.
Well, I feel like I'm being set up for something.
No, it's fine. It's a totally normal thing. And the loser has to buy the first round.
Are you gonna do this like walking there, or are you gonna wait until we have like an actual place to sit?
No, we'll go in, we'll sit down, we'll arm wrestle, and then bada bing, bada
You're
boom.
setting up the bet before. Okay, cool. You know, I'm gonna back off. I'm sorry. I'm processing
We
some
still
things.
have a tab, Stroop?
What?
Don't we still have a tab?
Yes, but he does not know that.
That's fair. That's
G-Mind just says, you know whatever you're planning. I don't get paid to do this job, right?
They don't pay you to do your job? That's a problem.
Isn't that illegal?
Do
Who's
not
supposed to get
unionize
paid?
the God Warriors. Let's go.
I feel like you can get a group of people together to rally against your employer to demand better.
Well, there's only two of us, and technically my employer is my captain, my queen. And in a monarchy, what she says goes.
Aren't you supposed to get paid? Do,
I don't
is it like
remember in my
communism
contract
there?
anywhere it said I had to get paid. We just always got fed, always got armor, always got clothes. Everything was provided for us. The
So
people
don't
in
you have
Edashmira see
fun?
God Warriors and treat us so well too. It's unbelievable.
Okay, so you don't have to pay for anything. They just give you things.
No, but now I'm on an assignment and you want me to pay for drinks, and I'm letting you know I don't get paid.
Have
I
any.
will arm wrestle because there's no way you'll win, but
I disagree. I
Okay.
feel
You
like
know,
I'm just trying to get out of arm wrestling.
no magic.
I disagree.
Fine. Then I can use my magic. Let's do
No.
this.
You know what? Why don't first round's on me? I just
You
really
got
wanted to be able to do like a fade out of just like a little little old Stroop trying to arm wrestle a big old god warrior.
whose magic, if you remember in a fight, literally made his opponent weaker. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I have guidance that I can cast on myself.
Hold
from
on, hold on.
1d4.
That's what you're going with? You're not going with turns into literal bear or tree?
Yeah, I went with
You're
bear,
going with
I'm
you're
not gonna
going
turn
with
it-
I can do this. All right, let's go.
You're not gonna turn into a fucking bear. No. Guidance.
I have plant
Bitch!
growth. I can grow some plants and hold his fist down. Yeah.
And though it would be fun, he really doesn't get paid for this job. You all head to the Silver Dagger Inn, and it's open, and people are drinking. Again, there's music. There's no bards singing, and it's very not sad but somber music. As people are drinking, and there's quite a few people here. You guys easily find a table, though. The same one that you said it was Xandro a month ago. 2 months ago. Actually, let me find out. I don't know how long it's
I
been.
was gonna say, wasn't it longer
I
than
just
that? Given
freaked
how
out
much
that
time
was a
we've
month.
had to-
Holy shit.
1, 2, 3. A month and a week.
Jesus Christ!
Uh,
I definitely thought it was longer than that.
Posh, we actually sat with Xandro at this table when he came to visit for Martin's funeral. How much did you two talk to him?
A little bit, not at all. That was our job.
Do you know he told funny stories?
He was very funny. Sometimes accidentally, sometimes on purpose.
I can't relate.
Like most gods.
Oh,
You keep saying gods, but
not even a little.
Tayson's dad saved him from death.
Yeah.
More times than I can remember. He called himself the God King, but what was he? Quarter, eighth, somewhere around there?
Miranda, I helped you once, right? Like you were in danger and I've helped you, right?
Yes.
Did you get saved by a god?
No.
Then don't worry.
I got saved by a Tayson.
Exactly.
And that's even better.
So, well, first of all, that's very sweet and thank you. Second of all, that's just how it goes, right? It's just everybody's saving everybody. Who cares what they're made out of? I've been
Didn't
I've
you
been
have an entire existential crisis over caring about what someone was made out of?
yeah, and then I got better. I don't know what to tell you. Like because it really what's I'd love to tell you that I worked through it and I processed it and I feel better now and I'm a much more like self-loving person. But really what happened is demons attacked yesterday and it was fucking terrible. So who the fuck cares who anything is anyway? It just it's either shitty or it's good. So we're all the things that are working towards good. Yes to that. All the things that are working towards shitty, no/why, and that's all I'm worried about at this point. Everything else in between is a lot of gray that doesn't help. Me being this or that doesn't matter at this point. It's just we're working towards something that isn't shitty. That's all I've got.
It's Posh that says, you know that there's a rumor that our queen, our captain, disobeyed orders. It was true. She went to the cave that
Oh
the
yeah,
Lord
no,
is-
we've been told about that. Yeah. Well, he told us about that.
Yeah. We lost 7 god warriors that day.
Damn.
We would have lost 8 and a king if it wasn't for your father. I heard you talking to Morgan, and I think you need to remember to everybody, your father just seemed to be the person to do the right thing at the right time.
Well, I mean, is that hard?
Do you know how to pop up across the continent when you're needed without being told?
No, but okay. All right, say in that example, right?
Mhm.
He helped save Xandro at the time that he needed. I'm sure across the world there were lots of people that needed help and needed saving almost at that exact same moment.
Maybe he was there. Maybe your father was a god.
The point is that doing the right thing at the right time is just doing the right thing as often as you possibly can. And it's going to be the right time for somebody.
Whatever was there was strong enough to beat a squadron of god warriors, a god king, and your father stopped it.
Oh, we're talking
That's,
more about the impressiveness, not the timing. I was leaning into the timing. I'm sorry.
well, lean on both, because who else could have possibly done that? And until that day, we all thought Xandro unbelievably powerful. That day, the god warriors saw him more as a being, not a god.
That was probably good for everybody.
Not for the king. It took like 4 days to get him back on his feet.
No, but I mean, every everybody can do it with a punch in the mouth every once in a while. It's the best way to learn, honestly.
I mean, while not wrong, sometimes it would be nice not to, be dying because of it.
Well, okay. You know what? Let's really get into this. This is fun. I said a punch in the mouth is usually the best way to learn something. Hey, stop running up into shit that punches you in the mouth and then you start dying.
I didn't run up to it.
100% you
last
did.
time.
There was a demon. It was big. It was this large, and you are this big, and you ran up to it, and you stabbed it, and then it punched you, and then it bit you, and you went to the ground. And I appreciate it because it kept one of our friends alive, possibly. But the point is that if you die in the process of saving somebody else, you still die. So
That's my
knock
purpose
it
in this
off.
life.
No, it's not. Knock it off. Our purpose is to win. We can't win if you die before we get there and we win. You want to die? You want to go punch Deimos in? You want to go punch Deimos in the mouth? That's fucking fine.
Okay.
But that's it.
As long
Until
as I
then,
get to
you
punch Deimos in the
survive.
mouth.
Until then,
As long as I get to punch Deimos in the mouth.
Until then, you
Deal?
survive.
She just like she puts her pinky out, like, deal?
You let the people that can take the hits that you don't need to take the hits. Understand? I'll do the same. I'll do the same.
G-Mine says, I had that thing, by the way.
You
Post
did,
says,
but you needed to
No,
survive.
you didn't.
Clearly did not.
Post says, no, you didn't. He says, no, I had him right where I wanted him.
Yeah, within striking distance of 3 other people to take it down before it killed you.
That is not true.
I as we've established, I literally am not capable of telling lies at this point. So I'm sorry. Like, maybe I'm wrong, but I'm wrong out of ignorance, not out of blindness.
I was still alive. It didn't take me down.
Yes, because it also hit me instead of you.
It hit me a few times before that.
Mm-hmm.
I think I could have took at least one more hit from it.
There's only so much liquid that exists in a person, and you were very low.
You guys just see Miranda grab for the alcohol that I'm sure they have ordered by this point and pour herself another glass. And she just starts, like, cursing in Draconic.
And we leave this area with you cursing in Draconic as the mood lightens up a little bit. A man in a cloak, you can't see his face, in a dark tunnel. You hear the clicking of heels as a tall woman enters the area. And she lights flame in her hand. We see, and I mean to say it this time, a half-elven woman standing there talking to the man who's cloaked. They've agreed, but it doesn't make any sense. And you hear this voice come from underneath the cloak that everybody's heard a million times, and if you were there, you would know instantly. He says, no. Things are falling into place now. Get your brothers and sisters ready. The time is coming soon. And as he begins to walk away, the shadow of the hallway seems to shift, and we can see on her arm a blue glow and some artwork. Her shoulder has a little bit of pink artwork on it, in a familiar magical sense that we've seen in Tayson Firewall. Thank you for joining us for Bros and Dragons.
Thanks, everybody. Before we sign off and we raid somebody here, we're going to go through all of the things, and then I'm going to punch Doc. But only verbally. Punch! There it is. I did it out of the wrong order. Lissa, tell us your things.
Hey, so tomorrow you will see me at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Not on the Dead Bard Society, because for right now we are doing things with schedules. But on my channel, here on the Twitchy apps. And I am going to be playing Tiny Tina's Wonderlands with Bobby Olai, my friend who plays in Windermere with me. So we're gonna be doing that. And then Wednesday, I feel like I have a thing, but I'm gonna just say I'm probably streaming Wednesday night on my channel as well. Thursday, I am on the Aries Studios YouTube channel for Two Geek Girls, probably around like 6:30, 7 o'clock. And just most nights I'm on my channel playing video games and being a dumbass.
Being a dumbass is the best thing. Also, Doc, totally unrelated. Have you looked into Tiny Tina's Wonderlands yet?
I haven't.
Do you
What
know
is
what
her
Borderlands
nickname?
is?
I do understand it's a Borderlands game.
It is a Tiny Tina is a character from the game. She's not a child, but a small person with a funny voice and crazy, running a D&D narrative over what you're playing in the game. And it's fantastic, and I would pay to watch you play it.
Is there fishing?
No, not as far as I know. Not so
Listen,
far.
you stream more than
look.
one night a week. Get the fuck on it, Doc. Don't give
The
me
other
is
one's
the-
ruining people's childhoods, and if this is a childhood game,
Oh,
for
it's my
somebody-
favorite. It's my favorite. It's my second favorite game from my childhood because I'm always a child. I'll never grow up. Anyway,
Look, I can actually do the Tiny Tina voice, and I do it while playing the fucking game. It's great.
and tune in for that because it's gonna be the best. Speaking of the best, Hannah,
Oh, wow.
talk to you about your stuff.
I exist today. What did I do this week in regards to things that you can find me on? Not much, but you can buy the book that I narrated, The Walking Doctor by Lucienne Lebeau on Audible. And if you like it, rate it well so I can make money to buy my dog's toys. That's pretty much it.
Priorities, yo.
Yeah, one day I will stream something. But until that day happens, buy my books. That is all.
Yeah.
That's
And when
right.
it happens,
So we have Schrodinger's Hannah, apparently.
the Stroop dog.
Droop dog.
Stroop doggy dog.
Doc,
Okay.
talk about your things while I search The Walking Doctor and put it into the shopping cart so then I can put it as like the map for a little bit and then I can put a link to it as well in the chat because I'm trying to do
I
a bunch of
stream-
things.
I stream now on Nerdworks Media. As now I become 100% invested into the company here. You can find me Tuesday nights trying to we ruin childhood memories. I play games for people's childhoods that they remember very fondly, and I give my opinion about the game at the end. The first episode of the podcast of that is going to be released soon, because once I play for a month, then I sit down with Mike, and he interviews me on my gameplay, which is how it started. And you can hear me go through Mike's childhood, which was an interesting one for us to go through. And on Thursday nights, I play video games that have fishing in them that have nothing to do about fishing, called Fishing for Fish, which I may continue, or I might find something else. I haven't sure. My brain is in full Chihuahua mode, so I don't know what's going on half the time. Mm-hmm. And good news is, you guys didn't know this, but I was going to have to cancel for meetings, and all my meetings got moved, so I no longer have to cancel my Tuesdays and Thursdays, so you can find me here on Nerdworks Media.
Mike will take the schedule crossouts and switches and turn them into different things because that is cool. Everybody, you can find me here and a lot of our stuff here because this is where I be. That said, we will not be here next Monday. We've got a in real life work thing happening. So I think one of two things is going to happen, and I will announce it in our Discord channel when we get closer to Monday. I'm either going to do an extra stream Monday night, and I'll do something silly and goofy with it, or we will take a much needed break because people need breaks, because then we can come here and be emotionally traumatized characters to be totally fine with our not emotional trauma that we have in real life, because everything is fine. Like Stroop asked, everything is okay. It's gonna be fine. But in the meantime, you're all wonderful. We love you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for all of the things, for us doing all of the things. And with that said, Doc, get us out of here.
Love one another. Keep it nerdy and live your dreams.
We don't hear you.
At some point, she's
It's
gonna get
muted.
there.
It's muted.
She'll get it.
It's all right. This is actually better.
I'm so sorry. I moved all my stuff over. Later.
It's all right. You listen. You got the line. It was just a little delayed.
was
Pause
that.
for dramatic effect. Bye, everybody.
Look. I don't have the fan hammer. There you go.
Hammers. Cody, you're so fast. You all could have been famous, but you're not now.
I've never used Twitter in my life.
Thanks, Cody.